When they first announced Lovestruck, they teased that it was going to have a sort of city-inspired world, and that got me so excited. It has been my dream for years to have a world sort of like Eco Lifestyles that's mostly standalone lots but has a couple of small apartments. Like, to me, that is the ideal lot distribution for a Sims 4 world. I so desperately wish that more of the worlds came with apartments in them, and maybe that was wishful thinking of me to assume that this pack would have apartments after we just got an entire apartment pack a few months ago. And unfortunately, the new world is partially city inspired, but there are no apartments. Instead, we got 2 new penthouse lots. I personally don't really care about penthouses. City Living is the only other pack that has penthouses, and I never use them. That pack came out in like 2017, and I can count on one hand the number of times that I've built penthouses. It is an interesting concept. Like, it's kind of cool to have a lot that is basically elevated. I think for me though, I'd rather just live on a normal lot most of the time. The penthouse lots are kind of glitchy in San Myshuno. Plus the camera moves around a ton when you're trying to build on them, and it's kind of just a pain to both live on and build on, which means that I never use them. And then all of a sudden we've got 2 more in the new world. I have not yet given either of these 2 lots a chance though, so I think it's about time that we try to build our own penthouse and see how we're feeling now, because maybe they've improved it. I don't know. Before we get started, I want to really quickly thank EA for giving me early access to this pack. When you're seeing this, the pack is officially out, but I am still filming this in the early access period, so I do still have that weird game version with the annoying watermark and the no gallery access, and also I don't have any of the other packs installed. But I think that's probably for the best, because we want to try and test out these lots without other packs and see if we can make them work. Also, this is so annoying, but every single time I open the game, it marks everything as new. I have clicked on these things a million times, but it still marks them as new every single time. This happens with every CFE version, but it really frustrates me because I can't handle these little gold markers, and they're not even new. I've had this pack for a week now. Okay, well, I think the vibes of this penthouse are gonna be pretty modern and sleek. I think I also want to use a lot of the career unlocks, like this Kiss of the Night couch. The new romance counselor career has a few kind of funky items that you get as rewards, so I want to use those around the place. And there's also a bunch of animal print stuff, and I think I'd like to use some of that. Maybe not this particular version, but like zebra print, maybe a cheetah print could be interesting. We'll see how that goes. You know what else is so annoying? There's not a solid black column in the base game. It just doesn't exist. And I don't think I want to use these columns. This is weird. I guess we could try to make them work, but that's not really the vibe that I'm going for. There is a black column from this pack, but I don't know if that one really fits with the vibes of the penthouse. I guess maybe it adds some interesting shape to it. I just want to have like a solid black rectangle. Or like if this one came in black, why does this column not have a black swatch? It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, don't mind me. I'm trying to think about the pool real quick. I'm kind of tempted to do the pool over here, and I like the idea of it being a little bit arched like this. Okay, we have a helper. Snap has decided to come onto my desk. I think with this build, I want to have a couple of arch motifs. I guess I don't think it's gonna be medium wall height. I don't think that's gonna happen. I forgot that none of the doors or windows from this pack come in medium wall height, so we just can't do that. But I think it'd be fun to have some sort of special arched sections. I do also like this huge setup of corner windows because it sort of matches the windows on the rest of the building. Even the new sliding glass door, like it looks like a shower door. It's not meant to be used outside like this. I don't even know if I can bring myself to do it. I kind of want to just use it anyway though, just because it's nice to get to use the new stuff. I wonder if maybe this section should become some landscaping, and we could probably do some landscaping right here. And then I'm kind of picturing that there will be lounge chairs. We can put those on the end of the pool, and then it all kind of lines up nicely. Okay, I'm not sure if this is a bad idea either, but I kind of want to have this like open space right here. I think I'm kind of envisioning like an outdoor bar and grill type of thing right here underneath this covered section. Where does the front door go then? That's another problem that I haven't really considered. Does it go over here? Okay, this is one of those times where maybe I should start begging you all to trust the process, because I know it's looking a mess right now, but I swear we're gonna figure it out, okay? I promise. So we need to have an elevator, and this is how the elevators look from this pack. The original penthouse had a door on the outside, which is why I'm doing that right now. But you don't have to do that. You can put the doors on the inside if you want to. Oh, I so wish that I could center this. Oh my God. Okay, here's a new concept. I'm trying out having sort of like a rooftop garden balcony. Oh no. Oh, look at that. Platforms are so bugged. Okay, yes, it looks like a complete mess. Yes, it has some weird disconnects between the two sides of the building, but I think that maybe this might be okay. Imagine this for a second, if there's like a bunch of really cool balconies like this. Oh, hold on, this might work, because I can stick the elevator underneath this slightly covered section. Can I put a hot tub? I would love to put a hot tub. It would kind of fit up here too. The only problem is the colors don't match, because I would do it. I would use that. I think that's cool. I think I might just try to do it anyway. Okay, so the original build, I think that they had this fence everywhere. I don't know if I should do that or if I should use a half wall instead. This is so bad, but I'm actually really tempted to not have anything along this edge. Or if I did, it would be like a low half wall. I do hate to admit it, but I like that better. I think that looks way cooler. Okay, it is kind of a weird layout when you look at it inside. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where to put the windows now, and it's actually kind of a weird layout from the inside. I don't think I fully realized the stakes of what I was doing when I put all these weird shapes, and now it is strange. Before I forget, I want to add in the mailbox. I think I'll put the mailbox right next to the elevator, and then we can also get the trash chute, and I'll put that on the side. That is one cool thing about penthouses. You don't have to have like a regular trash can, because they can just use this trash chute in the wall and it disappears. You can tell that I just closed and reopened my game, can't you? You know why? Because everything is marked as new again. Yeah. I'm trying to think about windows though, and I don't really know which ones to use because I like the idea of this one, although I'm not super set on the base of it. I don't really like that sort of beige colored base. I guess I could cover it with planter boxes and that might help. I don't normally do this much variety in window shapes, so I don't know if this is a bad idea or not. Normally, I tend to use the same stuff. Normally I tend to use the same window sets all over a build, but we're trying to mix and match a little bit more today, perhaps to our own detriment. I don't know yet. We'll see. Yeah, I have no idea which ones to use over here. Do you think I should use the same glass box windows again? Like, is having one big glass box in the back cool? Because I do honestly kind of like that idea. I like how it looks all matchy-matchy back there. I might do no columns. These aren't gonna work for me. I don't know what I was talking about trying to put those columns in. I will use this window here again, because that's cool. All right, let's paint the walls. I think once we get some paint colors out here, it'll also help. I know I want to paint this whole section black. At the very least, the parts behind the windows need to be black. I might actually just paint the whole thing black as a starting point, and then we can go in and mix and match other colors afterward. The house that's here originally by default is all black, and I don't hate that about it. But I think that we could use some sort of texture. Just as an example, like what if the walls were this kind of nice tile color? I mean, you can barely tell. It's such a small, subtle difference, but then at least it's not all one plain color. Well, it's one plain color, it's just not one plain texture, I guess I should say. I was kind of curious about using like a stone or something, but that doesn't even look that good. The pool is kind of scary when you put it in all black. Oh, there's like snake texture. Sorry, I don't think I can do that. Is it cool if it's all black? There's a reason I don't build stuff like this, and it's because I'm bad at it. Oh, this window's like 10 times better. Look at that. That actually kind of matches. Wait a minute. Okay, I think I want big glass windows here, but I do like the texture on that. I like those because I feel like it looks kind of like this window, and I want it to match that arch window that we've been using. Oh, I think that actually looks a lot better. Okay, let's start thinking about landscaping real quick, because I think once we have some more plants, everything's gonna come together a bit better. This might be kind of ugly. I used that instead of putting like these ones because I don't like how uniform those are. I kind of prefer these looking a little bit messier. I feel like it kind of matches the vibes of the planter boxes a bit better. Should I put a tree? Probably not a big tree. If we did one, it would have to be one of the small trees. It could also potentially be something like this, but I kind of think that's ugly. So, oh, we should get red accent flowers. Where do you put the pool ladder? I hadn't really thought about that either. I think it looks bad in all locations. I might put it on this side. My gut reaction was that I wanted to use red flowers, but I just don't really know how much red accent I'm gonna be able to get on the outside of this house. So then it kind of makes me think, you know what? Maybe I don't even need to have a lot of things filling in these spaces. It could just be grass. Like, I actually don't even think that would be a bad thing if it was mostly just grass there, because it just gives us some greenery to look at. Oh, I am definitely sensing some money cheats in our future. Okay, let's think about the outside. I know I want to have a grill. I think I could probably tuck it away in that corner, and then I would love to use the new bar. I just don't really know if this bar really works as like an exterior item. It does come in solid black. That's the kind of thing that you would just have standing there. The other idea, and this is maybe a little bit better for our purposes, is to take one of these bars and like tuck it away in the corner. It still works like that. You don't have to have them have access to the bar. Like they don't need to be able to sit at it. As long as the sim can stand here and use it, it works just fine. Oh, we should put one of these little signs outside. Maybe I'll put it above the mailbox. Oh, and this would have been cool. Does that not come in black? It comes in pink? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Oh wow. Okay, we'll think about that too, because that's interesting to me as well. Okay, I think with that, most of the exterior layout is done. Ignore this. We'll come back to that. I want to start thinking about the interior now, because we have to figure out the floor plan. I'm feeling like in this, we need to have at least 2 bedrooms, because I'm building this for a couple of roommates. I think when you're seeing this build, I'll have already played in this house with these 2 sims, but long story short, I'm gonna try and kill them with the 2 new deaths. So 2 bedrooms would be really helpful for me personally. Let's figure out where the best location for the stairs is upstairs, because I think that we probably want to have a bathroom up here, and then it honestly might not be so bad if this was lofted. Like I could totally see that working. So that gives us a kind of cool lofted interior space. I could even get a wider staircase, honestly. That does make this become kind of an odd shaped bedroom. I don't know if it's really good because it's quite wide. And then we have, oh no, every time it makes me want to cry. Oh no. I might actually scoot this over just so I can fix this bathroom door. I cannot have it be on diagonal. I just can't have it get wide like that. It genuinely bothers me that it does that. I think it's okay if this door is scooted over a bit anyway. It's kind of nice to have some open space. And then for this downstairs area, I was originally picturing the kitchen going in this section. I don't know if that's gonna work as well as I had hoped it would. So maybe I want to move some things around. I really don't want to block that window. Like that is so not the vibes that I'm going for. But this section having a big blank wall is pretty good for the TV. We do need a door because this is going to be one of the bedrooms. One of the other ideas that I had for layout was to have the dining room be over here. Obviously I'll use different furniture, okay? I promise. But I thought the dining room might look kind of cool in that little section. And then we could potentially have like 2 living areas over here. Might be better to go back to a 1 tile wide staircase then, just for these purposes. Hold on, grand piano in the corner with these windows like this. That's cool, right? All right, I think that we're onto something now. I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere. I was actually kind of imagining there would be a second bar right here, just because it's so useful when you're making an entertaining space like this to have multiple bars. If I put this wallpaper, this is a bit much, I know. But if I use that as an accent wall right there, would you be like so mad at me? I'm trying to decide how much I'm willing to do and like how far I'm willing to go with this, but I think it's fun. So I think I might do that. I think we also want a bunch of gold. I'm looking for red and gold. That's kind of red and black, but that's still a nice color red, so it's probably fine. We want expensive appliances. Okay, of course, those are the wrong color because that would just make too much sense if they worked. I feel like we should do some sort of patterned rug over here. This one, when you size it down, it does have some interesting textures to it. Oh, maybe that's better for the living room then. It does come in bright red. I don't know if I can do that though. We also have some huge bar back type items. There's 2 of them. I feel like it would be so cool. Oh, you can't size it down. I was gonna say, I feel like it would be so cool to use that in the kitchen though. Obviously, it looks like a public bar. It does not look like it belongs in somebody's kitchen. But doesn't that make it kind of interesting? It also comes in the red color that we want to have. So I don't know. Oh, here's a fun idea. I'm trying to put the beams all the way across. This beam right here goes underneath where this thing is open. It might be kind of cool just to have, just in general, because I actually don't hate that. I think I do hate the bar back idea. Oh, and I might use one of the beams like right there. That's cool. It looks cool from inside. I can't believe we didn't have beams until now. That feels like something we should have gotten a long time ago, doesn't it? Okay, I like that picture. I think that kind of works. And then I'm looking for golden accents. Oh, even that is too low. Do I size them down twice? Yikes. And these don't even come in gold. I'm picturing like the modern Luxe kit light. That would look beautiful in here. I have all these ideas of things that I would love to use and we just don't have them. Oh, this comes in, oh my God. It sure does come in gold. Wow, that's the wrong color. Oh, you're gonna have to forgive me for this. I'm sorry for the accent colors that I'm choosing right now. I'm a little bit excited about the thought of doing all this cheetah print and it's getting to me. Do these size up okay? I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean they should. I'm gonna do it anyway. There is also a plant that hangs from the ceiling. I don't know if that would be like the vibes that we're going for or not, but we could potentially do that and then use it almost like a coffee bar or something. I don't know. Maybe the sink goes in there. Can they even wash their hands if it's like that? I'm gonna put the sink in the middle. Oh, we could hide the microwave over there. That could be good. I am seriously having a lot of fun with this. I've never in my life done a color scheme like this. Okay, so this part is the front door. We're probably gonna wanna get some sort of small table next to it. Oh, well, at the very least, we can use this golden mirror. I think I might try to make my own little table because I'm not really liking how any of these look. So I might just hang up something on this. I'll just base the height that it goes at whatever height these things all place to. And then we can kind of make it look like a custom entryway table of some sort. Oh yeah, that looks good to me. Okay, we'll do that. This honestly is a shame because I do not wish to have the TV be in front of the windows like this, but it's gonna have to happen. Oh, look at this bench. It's heart-shaped. I'm using that outside. Sorry. Okay, the other thing is we have these couches. I don't know. I'm putting the lip one over here. It's just the other ones that I'm a little bit more unsure of. Oh, that's cool art. Let's put that over here. The picture light comes in gold. This is one of those lights that you get as a reward from the painter career, and I like that little gold accent for it. I might use that on this one too, because I'm trying to get more gold in here. Ooh, that one's cool. Should we try it? I do like the color of this sofa. I just feel like it doesn't match. Like style-wise, I am really, really struggling with this. Even this, why don't you come in all the same colors? It doesn't make any sense. Like that's more of a true red. That's more of a true purple. Not the same. Doesn't match. There's a heart chair. Oh my God. Oh, that changes things. I will be using that one. Thank you very much. That's the wrong color then. I wonder if I could do this with like a gray sofa. There is kind of a lighter color because of this. I don't know what chairs to use. Is it ridiculous to use the candles more than once? Because I really like how they look and I think it's good for this. I switched the sofa back to black as well because I feel like the black sofa kind of works. We can mix in some white with the plant bases maybe. And I think your Sims can still walk through here. I think they can still get around just fine. Oh my goodness. These curtains are amazing. Wow, that's so cool. This dog has kind of like the exact right color. So I think I'll put him on this little table. Oh my God. Obsessed with these. No, use that. I want that bookshelf on here with the hearts. Come on. That's so cool. I actually like those better than the dog. Maybe the heart books could go on this side and then I could put this little hippo thing right here because that one comes in a similar color. This is one of the weirder builds I've done in a long time. I don't know if this is turning out so good, but I feel good about it. So I'm just gonna keep going. This item is the costume trunk. I think that'll be nice upstairs. I also think that upstairs I want to have a desk. So I'll probably try to center that underneath the windows. Honestly, I don't even like the new desk that much. Like I'd use it, but I actually think maybe it's better to use one of the normal ones. Only problem that I'm sensing here is that if I want to use this heart bed, I don't think that I should use the funky texture because some of them together, like I think that's too much. Maybe I could use that one downstairs because I can put it in a room on its own. Luckily, this bed kind of does come in our color scheme, so we should be fine. Is putting it in front of the windows like entirely too much? I think it might be. I don't know if it's gonna work right there, but we'll be fine. I want this blanket, so I'll do what I can to place it. Oh my God, there's a heart nightstand. Where can I put that? Where can I put that? Where can I put that? Me like scouring the house for a location for the heart nightstand. Do you think putting the heart nightstand with the heart bed is too much? I'm almost feeling like maybe we should have a regular nightstand next to it because I don't want to have like hearts next to hearts. And we do have nightstands from the pack, so we can use these. I think it would be good to have a bookshelf or like something tall here. I just want to have a separation between the door. I also really want to find a place to use this mirror, but look how high it is on the wall. Okay, this might be a bit of a stretch because I'm covering up windows with these mirrors right now, but doesn't it feel like it might be kind of cool to have mirrors next to the bed? I don't know, just it's the heart bed, like Just throwing out an idea. And I actually like unironically really like how that looks together. Like I think that looks so cool. I think we need to alt place some stuff on this nightstand because I want to have more decorations. That comes in kind of a gold, that little light. What happens if you layer this rug together? I don't think that's that bad. Maybe we get like a black ottoman at the end of the bed. I think that for over here, we need some sort of artwork, preferably something big and colorful. I love this painting, but I don't know if I like it for in here. I don't think that kiss painting really works either, but we can try. The other thing is that we don't have a dresser. I guess this counts as a dresser, but I'm kind of thinking, like I said earlier, I kind of want to have something in between these two. Oh no. I wanted to put this plant in the corner, but it doesn't really want to fit. Okay, that's not so bad. Get another plant up here, and then I think I might put a telescope up here too. Like I said, I'm building this house for me to kill Sims, so gotta make sure I've got options. I know it's maybe a little bit silly to put a chess table everywhere in like all my builds, but I do genuinely use them all the time. Whoa, I didn't know it came in a hot pink cheetah print. It also does come in solid black if we wanted to put it on the gallery like that, so it's a little bit less, you know, wacky. I will be making myself a custom shower. I'm actually so excited about that. It looks so cool. I'm trying to make myself a custom marble floor. I think I want to use like tile inside of the bathroom, at least on the wallpaper. And actually, speaking of wallpaper, I'm down to use something really funky like this. I feel like that could be such a cool accent wall behind the sink. And then we can stick the toilet in the corner like this. Oh, I didn't even think about LED lights. This is the thing. There's so much that you can do with this pack. I haven't used the LED lights a single time anywhere. Does it look okay if it's small anywhere? Because I want to stick them like down here to take up space, and that doesn't really look that good, does it? There's no wall space. Imagine we use the LED light in the bathroom like this. No, it doesn't fit. I get a painting that expensive just to put it above the toilet. It's like 1,600 simoleons. This downstairs bathroom is a little bit more of a weird shape than the upstairs bathroom. I'd love to use the custom shower in here. I just don't know if this is like so weird that it's too much. It's because of the window placement. It's really hard to know where to put everything. I think we can make it work. It is really strange, but sometimes strange can be good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it. It's fine. All right, last we have just one more bedroom to furnish, and I suppose also any last minute little details like extra benches or things that we want to put in. So we already have a computer upstairs. That's huge. I don't know if there's any other sorts of skill building items. Like, for example, do I want to use this game? Probably. So I should probably add that in. Oh, I might also want to get some music because we don't have a lot of that in here either. Sorry, focus, Kayla. You're supposed to work on the bedroom. Can I say something maybe awful? I really want to use this wallpaper. Like really bad. I really badly want to use that zebra print. I feel like I can make it work. I don't know if I should be using the vibrating heart bed again either. I could use the regular bed. That one has a little bit more color to it as well, which is probably what we need. It's just too good to pass up. It's so silly looking. We could probably use these too. Maybe I could get the like crossed out lover photos. Ooh, that kind of fits with the zebra energy, doesn't it? And then maybe we could get a full length mirror somehow and stick that in the little corner. I think we'd also probably benefit from a little bit more of an accent wall. Let's do that, but let's get like a wall plant instead of anything chaotic. And maybe that house is done. We got to use a lot of the new items. We have a really interesting color scheme, and it's a cool penthouse with like cool balconies and stuff. I actually really like that. Oh, you know what I haven't done is paint the pool. I don't know if you're supposed to use black tile in pools. I guess it's an option for a reason. We might as well try it. How's it look at night? Oh, it looks like it needs more lighting. We can get a couple of little pool lights. How does that light look at night? Okay, that lights up the plants. That's good. This part's decently bright. Ooh, should I try that? I don't know if that looks bad in the daylight, but it is fun to have some more lights. We have lots of little outdoor lights, kind of like these that we can put on the floors of places. That feels a little bit better. It's brighter now. Okay, I think I feel good about this. I think that's the penthouse finish. So here's a quick overview of the full finished product. So your Sims are gonna spawn right here at this elevator, and then they can walk inside from this way. When they first walk in, we've got a little entryway. We've got a huge living room. There's a piano and like a sitting area. A little bit further forward, we have a big kitchen and a fancy dining space. There's a bar inside, and there's also one downstairs bathroom. And then also down here, we have the first bedroom. Upstairs, it's kind of like a lofted bedroom. It's a bit bigger, and they've got an ensuite ensuite bathroom and 2 balconies. And then outside in the back patio, we've got a bar and a grill, there's a table, there's a hot tub, there's a bunch of lounge chairs, there's a huge pool. And overall, I think it turned out pretty cool. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm curious to see how it looks from Managed Worlds. Does that look like it's floating to you? Like, does the penthouse building look glitched, or am I imagining that? I think there's just like a weird triangle happening. Of course there is. Of course there is. It's The Sims 4. Anyway, like I mentioned, the pack is officially out now, so hopefully you're having a fun time playing with it. Before I go, I just wanted to remind you that I'm currently doing a massive fundraiser over on my Twitch channel. We tried to organize a big event called Simmers for Palestine over the release weekend of the new expansion pack, so I'm gonna be live on Twitch tonight playing The Sims. I'll be using the new pack. We're gonna be fundraising for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. I'm gonna link our fundraiser and also my Twitch streams down below. Thank you so much for your support on that. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. All right, well now maybe I just have to be brave enough to attempt the other penthouse lot, so we'll see when I get to that one.